Christmas brought so much joy. Couldn't wait for the presents and laughter. I couldn't sleep late at night, looking for Santa with lights. Those are the memories I still remember. Then I became a man, lost sight of who I am, but right in front of me was the answer. 'Cause on Christmas I feel joy, and I turn back to a boy. The answer is to stay young forever. This is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song, this is not a Christmas, this is not a Christmas song.
Hello, Star Wars fans. You know, there's just 188 days until Christmas 2024. Oh, and you know what? Today is Juneteenth. It's a federal holiday here in the United States, recognizing when the last of the slaves were freed in, I think it was Galveston, Texas. And today marks the celebration of that event. So happy Juneteenth, everyone. And there's lots of things to talk about. And I don't want to bring the stream down too much, but I need to share just a couple things with you. Learned just a few moments ago that my cousin died overnight. He was my brother's age, and his brother was my age, and he was my brother's age, and we don't have a cause of death yet. We don't know what exactly is going on. As a result, today's stream is going to be a little bit different. I need to take care of family stuff. I need to take care of personal stuff. Plus, we've got other things going on. Our daughter's dog is severely ill. My wife just ran her up to the vet, and they're putting her on. They're trying to diagnose what's going on there. There's just lots of life happening around us, and we're here to talk about Star Wars. We like to be a little distracted by what's going on in this galaxy far away, you know. So we'll do that today. We're going to spend time doing that. And Matt Risman, it definitely broke non-canon, 100%. Oh, this episode definitely broke non-canon. It also broke head canon, non-canon, all those things. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit as well. And Leia Rose, happy Rey Palpatine Skywalker Day. Thank you so much for being here. Skywalker's Academy, Dale, thank you for being here as well. Captain, the canon is broken. How can we fire Kathleen Kennedy out of the out of it if it's broken? I have to read that in like Scotty's voice from Star Trek. Captain, the canon is broken. I can't help it. It's the voice that, you know, just popped in my brain. So sorry about that. Mike Porter, hello. The chosen pun. You know, we have a bot. You put in exclamation chosen pun, and it'll tell you who the chosen pun is. It's Mike Porter, and it'll give you the link to his Twitter X account. So you need that as well. May also said Jedi scum. Not sure if that's slang or not either. You know, I did put in the chat, today's debate is, would we consider younglings Star Wars slang? It doesn't seem like slang to me. It's a term. It's like Jedi, right? Is Jedi slang? No, I wouldn't say so. Younglings, is that slang? I don't think so. Jedi scum. I think that might be the closest, but that doesn't feel like Star Wars slang. Jedi, we just established, not slang. Scum, if I were to say, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Oh, my goodness. Hello, Sabersmith. Good to see you. And Nick, good to see you as well. Thank you for being here. Nerd Mafia. Hello, mate. Hello. 188 days to Christmas, 150 till Christmas lights go on. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sabersmith. It's a crazy morning. I don't even know what to make of all of it. His name is Michael Tinnell. And, he was in West Virginia. One of my cousins, our family moved out of West Virginia when our house burned down. We were homeless, and we moved around a little bit until we could find a place to live. We settled eventually here in Ohio. And because of that, we weren't as close to our cousins who lived in West Virginia as we were when we lived there. Like, we lived in West Virginia for a while when I was a kiddo, and so our cousins and us, we kind of went different paths. They were mainly coal miners. My grandfather was a coal miner. My uncles were primarily coal miners. And that's kind of it. In Summersville, West Virginia, if you all want to look that up, that's where my family's from. And it's we used to go to West Virginia when I was a kid. I mentioned Michael and his brother Andy. Andy was my age. Michael was Brent's age. My brother Brent. So the four of us would go trouncing throughout the woods, whacking each other with sticks and shooting each other with BB guns, that kind of stuff. Things things boys do, all of that. But so there you go. That's what we used to do. And it's kind of a big shocker that he passed last night. We suspect it might be health related. He may have had a heart attack. He would have been around 54 years old, so pretty young to pass like that. So let's jump into this episode. Normally, and I already had this scheduled as a Sabersmith. Is there a way to send something to him or you? The family, we are having a family reunion Saturday in Summersville. And I don't know that there's any way to send anything. He was living out of state. I think he was in a southern state, Georgia, Alabama, something like that. That's what my dad told me. I don't know about his kids, his wife. I just found out. I mean, literally after the stream was scheduled, and I went upstairs to get something to drink and all that. My dad called, and I just learned that Michael had passed. So I appreciate the sentiment, Sabersmith. At this point, I don't know. And I don't know if there's any need. So your prayers are very much appreciated. And this family reunion Saturday might be kind of, well, it's certainly going to be different, right? It's certainly going to be different. All right. I appreciate it, Sabersmith. All you all. You're just fantastic, and I love you dearly. We're going to, so the breakdown, the review and breakdown are going to be, hey, thank you, Astromech Jeremy. Thank you very much, my friend. We're gonna break it down. We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna spend some time here together and go through our forecasts or predictions and grade those predictions. I think I'm going to address this primarily off of some of the stuff that I've seen in the breakdowns this morning. So Meg did her breakdown. I watched it. I also saw Screen Crush, and I was watching New Rock Stars, and there would be breakdowns all over the internet. But there's a couple of major things to touch base on with this episode, and I put it in the thumbnail here. Does this episode break canon? And what are we going to do? Who is Darth Zipperface, or as we like to call him here, Smilo Ren? Who is Smilo Ren? I don't know. Who could he be? Well, I think we all know. And we'll get into that, more of that and the evidence next week when we do our preview for episode 5. But Will Morgan, that's a gimme. You can't get points for that. That's like, water is wet. So here's the deal. Smilo Ren, there are some very, very strong evidence for who he is. And I saw the comment in the chat before thinking that he is a she. And I was talking to Matt Risman yesterday. We were chatting. Matt's a great guy. I've said this before about Matt. You love to hate him and you hate to love him. That's just the Matt Risman, right? He's an awesome dude. Fantastic. But he'll make you crazy too. And he takes joy out of it. And he's non-discriminatory about that. Right? He picks on Santa, but he also picks on Coach and Nick. Like, that's what he does. And he's just a nemesis. And he's but he's awesome. Absolutely awesome. We were having some DMs yesterday. And with that, we were talking about they're setting up to have a "no, I'm your mother" situation. What if that happened? What if May, OSHA, whatever, and they're having this, heated discussion? One of them gets their arm chopped off. No, we don't have to do all that. but to have this confrontation with, Smilo Ren, and Smilo tells May and OSHA, "No, I am your mother." Takes the helmet off, and there she is. Dun dun dun. What would that do to the internet? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sabersmith. I saw this. He is a spitting image of Keanu Reeves, and we saw where Leslie Headland got his picture of Keanu Reeves coming out of I think it was Keanu Reeves coming. It was many years ago, right? Many years ago, and he looks a spitting image of Chimera, or Chimera, as Jason Ward likes to call him, right? No, Star Wars politics made it so painfully obvious that it's Chimera or Chimera. Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's obvious that it's Chimera. Yeah, chopping off the end is a given. Yeah, I think it's like 99% Chimera. However, as Astromech Jeremy said, it's a red herring. They're setting that up too, right? I get really strong Clark Kent vibes off of Chimera, or Chimera, whatever you want to call it. I get really strong Clark Kent vibes off of him. And there's flashes of where he shows who he is. When you watch the episode and you see where May is telling him, "I quit." Well, you see this flash of like anger, and like when she's talking to him about this is impossible, he goes, "It's not impossible." Well, it's not impossible, right? So you see these flashes of anger. The other thing that I 100% believe is that he, well, let me put it like this: Smilo is not the Sith master, and I'm even questioning at this point right now, as I sit here today, is he even the apprentice? I think very well, this statement, and Jason Ward said it in the chat in our DMs this morning. Very well could be, what did Jason say? Killing a Jedi without a weapon. Okay, so that's the challenge that May has been on, right? And who tells May that she needs to kill a Jedi without a weapon? Well, Smilo does, right? What if it is that Smilo has been told by his master, the apprentice, he needs to kill a Jedi without a weapon? And he's now just saying to his apprentice, right, his subordinate, you need to kill a Jedi without a weapon, so that this is what Jason Ward said. Killing a Jedi without a weapon is getting someone else to do it for you. Oh, if it is that Smilo is telling May, kill a Jedi without a weapon, so that when she kills a Jedi without a weapon, he can tell his master, look, just killed this Jedi, did it without a weapon, because I got somebody else to do it for me. How about that? I think that's a really good point. And I also think that he is at most the apprentice. I think more likely Smilo is the Acolyte, the series headliner, right? The series, The Acolyte, is Smilo. I think it's that. I think the idea that it was May, or that it's going to be Osha turned once she finds out what Soul did. So, boy, there's so many things to say, my friends. So May tells Smilo, I quit. Not going to do it. No, tells Khmer. Right? She tells Khmer, I quit. I ain't going to do it. What's he going to do about it? I'm going to throw a temper tantrum? Too bad. Get over it, buddy. I'll just go to the Jedi Order and they can deal with him. I'm not doing it. And Khmer says, well, he'll kill you. No, he won't. The Jedi will take care of it. I'm just going to do that. And so she quits the Jedi. She quits the being the Acolyte that we assume is the Acolyte. If it's Smilo who says an Acolyte kills without a weapon, he's the Acolyte. He needs to kill without a weapon. And he was using May to do that. I think Smilo is the Acolyte. And we don't yet know, we have not yet seen who the apprentice nor who the Sith master are, which comes into play when we talk about canon breaking content. When we talk about, okay, wait a minute, what about Ki-Adi-Mundi? First of all, he's not even born yet. How is he there as a grown adult? He's a grown adult. He's not even born. Go look in Wikipedia. It tells us he's not born. Oh, wait a second, my friends. Wikipedia is not canon. What it says there is not canon. It's not George Lucas's canon. George Lucas didn't say that Ki-Adi-Mundi was born when Wikipedia had it listed, right? George Lucas had Ki-Adi-Mundi in The Phantom Menace for sure, right? We see Ki-Adi-Mundi in the prequels, but George Lucas did not establish his birth date. That was from non-canon material, which is now Legends, right? It was expanded universe. George Lucas never said that's when he was born. And Disney Lucasfilm labeled it Legends to make it even more clear. So if Ki-Adi-Mundi is a grown adult, he's born some other time. We'll find out what that is via canon. But that opens up another huge opportunity for this franchise. And my friend Meg, and I've been giving her a hard time. Sometimes I give Meg too hard of a time. I feel bad about it. Like I was a little too confrontational. I feel bad, but I love Meg. But Meg has been saying for the longest time, I think it could be the master and apprentice could very well be Darth Plagueis and Darth Tenebrous. Darth Tenebrous being the master, Darth Plagueis the apprentice. I'm like, no, Meg, the ages don't line up. Blah 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 blah. Look, this is Brian just being blah 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 with Meg, right? And making her crazy. Sorry, Meg. My apologies. But so if that's the case, Kiadi-Mundi, his age has changed. We could change the age of Plagueis, which isn't the biggest problem. Bigger problem, as I've mentioned over and over and over again, would be the age of Tenebrous. We don't have to stick to that age. We didn't stick to the age with Kiadi-Mundi. We don't have to stick to the age with Tenebrous. Sue me. Right? So Tenebrous and Plagueis. We'll get back to that. And as Astromech said, he's being framed. I believe it could be Mother Coral. I think it could be. And I think that Chimere is too obvious. I agree with you. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, my funny. So, yeah, I feel like 99% Chimere. But if not, I go with I Am Your Mother. No, I Am Your Mother. And if Star Wars does it, if this show, if the Acolyte does it, no, I am your mother, and takes off the helmet, and it's Zabrak Mom. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Star Wars Democracy. Apprentice is Chimere. But as we discussed yesterday, I'll bet the Sith Master is going to be a huge surprise. Yeah, maybe we don't even get a reveal. Sabersmith, you're touching base on something that I think. So Hugo Damask is the moon who becomes Darth Plagueis. And then his master, Darth Tenebrous, his name is, I had it on the tip of my tongue just a second ago. It'll come to me in a bit, or you guys will give it to me. It very well could be that at the end of the show, we get a little tag at the end, and we see Hugo Damask, not Darth Plagueis, but Hugo Damask, and the other guy having a little, sitting at a coffee shop having a bagel and talking about things, and you're like, "Oh, I know who you are." Yeah, there's this theory that May and Osha are forced projections of each other. I don't think so. I'm familiar with the concept. I just don't think so. Right. So we'll see there. Let me get caught up. Jeremy's liking the theory. Thank you for that, Jeremy. And I am looking forward to. There's going to come a day when I'm going to get Jeremy on a live stream, and we're going to have a fun Star Wars discussion. I can't wait. We just haven't been able to work it out. I've been busy, or he's been in a show, and we can't get it to line up. And I'm also trying to work out things with some other friends of the channel. She quit the Acolyte training program pretty easy. Yes, she did. I don't think she's the Acolyte. I appreciate it. Also, was that Plo Koon? I think we saw confirmation that it was not Plo Koon. In the credits, it doesn't list it as Plo Koon. It's just another of that species. So I don't think so. I don't think it is Plo Koon. Over here, Kiadi-Mundi. Yes, it is Kiadi-Mundi. It's in the credits. So if you go through the credits, it lists Master Kiadi-Mundi and the actor. So we do know that for sure. Yeah, Matt Risman already said. I'm catching up on the chat. It would help if I'd keep up with the chat, maybe we get a Smilo Ren reveal. I think 100% we're getting a Smilo Ren reveal. And we'll talk about it again next Tuesday. There is strong evidence. Jason Ward posted on Twitter some proofs there are some proofs out there. And so I think that we will definitely see who Smilo is. And I think my personal, well, I'm gonna get there in just a moment because we got some other things to deal with. Let me get caught up with the chat. Leslie could do anything with characters and not stick to proper timelines, date of births, etc. That's somewhat true. That's somewhat true. Let's get caught up. I hope they go for it and bring both of the Sith in. Yeah, I do too, Ben. And this is another guy I'm trying to work out. We'll be doing some live streams together. Larry, Jeremy, I was trying not to say it, but you know, Larry the technician. Yeah, got to keep your eye on Larry the technician. And nobody's mentioned him yet. And here you go. Finally, somebody had the nerve to say it. It was Jeremy. He finally had the nerve to say it. Larry the technician. Of course, that's who it is. Oh, good job, Jeremy. Hey, EBN. Hello. Hope you're finding the Acolyte fulfilling. Me, not so much. Risman. I know, right? I know. Oh my goodness. And thanks for stopping in, EBN. And that's got to be Coach. I'm just saying, that's got to be Coach. Risman. Yeah. There it is. I think if there's season 2, they'll keep the master shrouded in secrecy. Way more interesting. So this is another point, and I'm finally caught up with the chat. Another point that is that I'm having an absolute blast with is the speculation, and wondering what's next. What is next? Who is this? Who is that? What's this? What's that? That to me is right there with the quality of the show, maybe even more. And I'm going to bring another Star Wars Meg. There's my friend. Series is a big oof for me overall. Big improvement this episode. Yeah, she's still caught up on the budget, but we'll talk about that. So there's a couple other things that I want to bring up. And is this canon breaking? So that's Ki-Adi-Mundi, right? For sure, Ki-Adi-Mundi. And I think that Smilo is the Acolyte. So here's my prediction for how we resolve this whole thing without breaking canon. Right. So here's Santa's take on how we do the whole thing without breaking canon. They kill Smilo. He's dead. So they're going to kill him. That's my take. When he dies, then the Jedi Order, Vernestra and company are going to think that this whole situation has been resolved. It doesn't go any deeper. This is all that it is. And as far as May going around killing some of the other Jedi, right? She's already killed 2. And then Kelnaka's death is going to be attributed to Smilo, which I think that's who did it, right? So they're saying, okay, we know who killed the 3 Jedi. May killed 2. Smilo killed the 3rd. And May and Osha are going to get, they're going to be reunited. There's going to be some sort of resolution to this friction between the 2 of them. And we'll get this heartwarming moment that Kathleen Kennedy said that she, brought tears to her eyes at the end of the thing, right? So if that's the case, May and Osha are reconciled. And I'm not saying that May isn't held accountable for the deaths, but I think that could be the case. We'll find out what happens as far as her accountability, right? But they account that May killed 2, Smilo killed the other. They kill. Leslie had tears. No, Kathleen Kennedy had tears, right? From the story of the show. Now, I get what you're doing, Meg. You're trolling me a little bit, but I get it. It's fine. um, they're going to think this whole thing has been resolved. It doesn't go any deeper. They're not going to make a connection to a Sith apprentice or Sith Lord. They're going to be clueless to the whole thing, which ties back to the original trilogy or the prequel trilogy. The prequel trilogy when they were blinded by the dark side, so on and so forth, right? So we that ties into the prequels. And Kiadi-Mundi, right? That's like, well, Kiadi-Mundi, the famous line in Phantom Menace when he says the Sith have been extinct for 1,000 years. Well, okay, but at the same time, he's not going to believe that it was Sith. The Jedi themselves are not necessarily going to believe that they were Sith, and they're also going to think that the whole thing's been resolved. Done. Put it away. And that's it. Right? So there's that. Hey, Sean, good to see you. Says, you've read The High Republic, right? Yes, I have. Has there been a red saber in it? No. No, there has not. And even part of the High Republic, Marchion Ro, he's the big bad in the High Republic series. And in that, he has a purple something. And he also takes, I think it's purple. Pretty sure it's purple or green. Now I start to question myself and I don't really know, but I think it's purple. And then he also takes lightsaber of some of the Jedi that he kills. So he does have some. So there's that. All right. Yeah. Kiadi-Mundi was unaware and probably called the whole thing conspiracy theory. There you go. Exactly. I think that's it. And they're going to cover it up. They're going to cover it up, and they're not going to think that this has anything to do with the Sith. They're not going to know that there's an apprentice. They're not going to know that there was a master, a Sith Lord. They're going to think the whole thing is self-contained to Smilo and May. Smilo and May. Self-contained. We resolved it. Done. Put a bow on it. Put it on the shelf. We're done. I think that's how they were going to reconcile it all. And it doesn't break canon whatsoever. Right? That's my opinion on it. All right. All right. Let's get into the predictions. So let's take a look at those. I think I've dealt with it. If there anything else that I've kind of just jumped over, let me know. Fitz says, what about the Martian Manhunter actor? He could be the Sith. Yeah, we haven't seen him yet. I want to bring this up too. Oh, Nick's got to go. Thank you so much, Nick. Take care. Thank you. Thank you very much. And as Nick said, thoughts are with you again, Brian. Thank you. Anybody who just came in late, my cousin died last night, this morning. And we've got some family issues to take care of today. And there's things going on. So the stream's going to be a little bit different, but there you go. Self-contained theory idea, self-contained theory. Then what if at the end of the series it cuts and we see the actual Sith Lord? Yes, I think that's exactly what's going to happen, Ben. That's exactly what I think is going to happen. And the whole thing will be self-contained, and that'll be what they think is the end of it. And then Megs think it's going to be underutilizing the Martian Manhunter guy. I think that could be the case. And in that, with him, next episode, this episode was called Day. We think the next episode will probably be called Night, and we'll see this fight happen. And we've seen in some trailers some of the things. Vernestra is going to show up with her lightsaber, light whip. There's going to be a big battle there, and all of that. And we also have the flashback part 2, right? Part 2, where we get more of the story of what happened. We need to find what happened. What's going on with this? What's this secret that Soul is keeping. What's going on with all that? So that's 2 of the remaining 4 episodes. Or maybe 1.3 of the remaining episodes. I think the final 2 or 3 episodes could be an arc, just like episode 4 and episode 5 are going to be an arc. 6 is probably going to be its own, and then 7 and 8 could be tied together into a 2-part finale. And it could be that we find out who Dave Tennant is. That his name? David Tennant, the Martian Manhunter guy. We may see him at the very end as Darth Tenebris. Right, you can see him at the end as Darth Tenebris. And hey, I saw another friend of mine who we like to haze each other, give each other a hard time. But this is Lunga, I believe it, right? When I see the Grey Council, I think this is Lunga. It says, show has so much promise, so much interesting elements. It could be great. But bad writers, once again, do dumb things that kill the narrative. And Lunga is a bit of a writer himself. Right? And when I say a bit, I mean, he is a writer. I'm downplaying him more. My cousin passed last night, this morning. You go back to the beginning, and I talked a little bit about who Michael was, and his brother Andy and Michael. We grew up together. We did cowboys and Indians out in the woods. You're not allowed to do that anymore. Cowboys and Native Americans, you're not allowed to do that. That's politically incorrect. But we were kids, and it was a long time ago. So, but he died. It is Lunga. Yeah, good. Sean says, I'm a writer. Look at this message. You wrote the message. So I want to bring up, Lunga brings up a couple things. Grey Council. This episode, just so people know, there are parts of this. I'll give you the parts that I didn't love. The parts I didn't love. I did not love. I absolutely hate, despise, dislike vehemently how Vernestra Rose character is being portrayed in this series. Every appearance of her has been terrible. Terrible. I hate it. I don't like it. She looks bad. Her lines are bad. The character is bad. The whole thing, bad. Dislike, right? Santa dislikes. Then this episode, big part of it, just the dialogue. I'm not a huge fan of Jackie. Jackie, to me, I'm just like, she has yet to bring me in, right? I'm like, Jackie, whatever. And we were joking this morning, but Jackie and Osha do seem to have a little flirtation going between them. I don't care for her. And I think we're supposed to like her. I see a lot of people do like her. Just not me. Then when you get to some of the, I'm not going to dwell on it. Right? I'm not going to dwell on the negatives. There are things that I am not loving. Right? There are parts of the story I'm not loving. However, there are other big parts that I am loving. I am loving the whole discussion we are having. I'm loving the discussion about what's coming next. Who is Smilo? How are they going to do this? How are they going to do that? How is this story going to resolve? Meg, I will not. You can't make me. Neener. You can't make me do it. I won't. The streaming shows all need a filter on the camera. Make it look like a new. I saw Lunga put another thing in here. Admit, I'm not much liking so far the Acolyte. See how this week goes. This last episode, I would give it another 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It says, how do you take 40 minutes to show Osha and May as kids fighting that we understood after 5 minutes, but episode 4, I don't want to get into all the details there, Lunga. complaint registered. That would be a great discussion to have. I just today with what's going on in my family, I just don't have time to completely jump into it. So I want to give you guys my 8 out of 10 for episode 4. I gave episode 3 also an 8 out of 10. It's a B, right? 8 out of 10 is a B. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the predictions. And I share some of this with you guys and put this on the screen. Ooh, look. Oh, I tried they've done a few different things here with the setup. So let's get into our predictions. You guys will go through here together. This is one of the most fun parts of the stream, the show. And when I'll give you guys an example. Last night when I'm watching the show and I see OSHA bring out Pip, I'm like, don't say it. Don't you dare. Like, shush. Don't say Pip. I don't need you to call Pip by name. And then what'd she do? She did it. I was like, dang it. I lost a point. Foo. Oh my goodness. Star Wars politics. Is Santa joking with an 8? No, I'm not joking. That's how I feel. Real Ben. Thank you so much, Ben. Just the $20 for the trip. Appreciate it. I hope with some of the maybe buy lunch. Appreciate that, Ben. Really. Thank you so much. God bless you. So I was like, same. I was upset. I followed you. Santa should have known better. I know. I was upset. It was like, don't call Pip by name. Don't do it. And she's like, Pip. And I was like, no. I see you, Meg. I see you, Meg. I hope you. I hope things turn around for you. I hope you get a better. As this series goes on and we get through the last 4 episodes, the last half of this series, I hope that it's just upward trajectory all the way out, so that at the end you feel better. It says a Jedi will die, 1 or more. The answer is yes. Yes, we knew Kel Naka was going to die. I shared this with you guys. This was the one answer that I knew for sure we were going to get. We visit more than one planet. I took the bet yesterday that we would see Coruscant but I felt like, ooh, this is a coin flip. I don't know. Turns out we did. So we did get a nice visit on Coruscant. So that gets it. A droid referred to by name. And yeah, scroll down here, you see Star Wars Santa. What does Santa say? No. But what happened? Santa says, please pin yourself to the top. No, 10 from, thank you, Fitz. Thank you, Kiaran. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right. A droid referred to by name. Son of a gun, she did say Pip. So we'll say yes there. Match. Replace all. Done. All right. We see more than one lightsaber color. Yeah, we saw lots of them. They're at the end. Definitely. I like what Jeremy said again. Star Wars, all Star Wars ages like wine. Some better than others. This seems to be true. That's very true. You can even go back and look at Ahsoka. Ahsoka seems to be aging well, right? Getting better. Star Wars Politics says, I'd give it F, total failure. It's a Kiadi Mundi debacle that set me off. Well, hold on. It may not be a debacle, right? I got ground to make up, leaving you in suspense. Okay, we'll see more than one lightsaber color. Yes, we did. So we'll take the yeses there. Oops. Hold on. I caught an extra character. We'll do that. All right, let's get through these questions so we can wrap this show up. We meet a new Jedi we've never seen in live action before. And again, Star Wars Santa said no. But daggone it, they're right there in on Coruscant in the Jedi Temple. We saw lots of them we hadn't seen before, and many were like you couldn't count Kiadi-Mundi. We've seen him in live action before, but there was another Jedi Master there. They called him by her, I think, by name. Plus, we saw the guy teaching the class. There were lots of them that were featured, and we definitely saw new ones. So the answer is yes. Santa missed the second one. Replace all done. There you go. Someone has killed a non-Jedi. Nope. No, we did not. So there you go. We'll say no to these. And I just to bring up another point, right, about the improving like fine wine. There are people, yes, give it an A+ for making me feel all Star Warsy. I think it did a great job of doing the Star Wars. There's other things that I don't like, but that's me. And I've seen lots of people online, but there was one thing that was in the episode that I've seen online, and it's something to remember. And I brought it up yesterday. Always with some of this, there's going to be somebody that this is their favorite Star Wars of all the Star Wars. I can disagree with them all day, but you know what? To them, it's their favorite of the Star Wars. Dawn, I absolutely love Dawn. I got to meet her a couple of times. I got to meet her mom and meet her daughter. Just a wonderful, wonderful person. Dawn's a great friend. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat there. Much love to you as well. Much love. Thanks. So Ben says, this is my thing. This episode was good in isolation. It just opened many cans of worms. Yes. And the debate, I think that's fun. Right, the fun is in the debate, so it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Remember when we didn't know what Imperial Walkers were, or Yoda, or Force Ghosts? New stuff, creating new childhood awe-inspiring memories. That's right, Jeremy. And for a lot of kids, this is doing that for them, right? And I see people, whether they're being genuine or not, saying that this has been their favorite of all the Disney Plus Star Wars. I don't see it myself. I'm not hating it, but I'm also like, okay, let them live, let them live. Someone use a Star Wars slang. I put this in the chat at the very beginning. It's the debate of the day. Was there any Star Wars slang? I say no. You guys are going to have to find a better example than younglings or Jedi scum to prove it. And I went and rewatched it this morning with my ear tuned in. Did I hear any? Nope, didn't hear any. So I'm going to say no. If you guys come up with an example that changes my mind, we'll readdress it. But I'm going to say no. Someone uses the Force observably. Yes, that happened. Jeremy says, I don't see it either, Santa, but I'm going to slap Star Wars out of someone else. I'm not going to slap Star Wars out of someone else's mouth. Right. Yeah. No, Jedi scum is not slang. We established, I don't think Jedi is Star Wars slang. It's a title, right? Same as younglings or an apprentice. Those words in and of themselves are not Star Wars slang. The scum is definitely not Star Wars slang, right? So a nerf herder, that would be slang. But in this case, no, it's just an insult. Like they're Jedi and they're scum. So I don't think it counts as slang, right? No, I'm not giving you guys that credit. I'm not giving you that point. No, I won't do it. Someone will use the Force observably. Yes. Smilo did for sure. So we'll match that. Replace all. Done. There's a reference to a name Sith. Nope. I think if that happens, it'll be at the very, very end. No. One. Replace all. Done. Species of droid. Rigged. Dale, you can't say rigged. Look at the top of the screen here. Look at the top of the screen. Who is doing quite well? You're doing fine. You shush. No. Oh my goodness. Sean says, gonna have dinner. Thanks for being a sane point of view in all this. Thank you, Sean. Thank you for that. A species droid with subtitles. Oops, wrong window. Sorry. There we go. Come down here. No, we did not have that. We had the little guy. That's another thing. He's all right, right? The sniffer guy. He's all right. I just not, a lot of people just think he's the greatest. And I'm like, I didn't care for him. He wasn't as entertaining as I wanted him to be. And I was just like, no. Oh, hello, KG. Good to see you. Yeah, I did like the little rodent tracker guy. Yeah. He just didn't do it for me. I'm like, he's all right. Basil. Yeah. I was like, there we go. All right. So let's see. Santa, let me get my points. I've got 7. Basil leads the Jedi to Kalnaka, who's already dead. There's 1. 8. 8 is what you got to get to get to the Wall of Fame. Just for anybody who's still trying to track along, we're going to put this right here. And aggressively, 8 points to get on the Wall of Fame for episode Kev Z, tracker they. Don't assume the gender. Oh, they gave the gender, though. Yord, right? Yord specifically gave the gender as he, right? And you go out to StarWars.com, and it's very clear they use he, him pronouns. So it's he. It's very clear. They'll use the Gopher tracker thing in other projects moving forward. I think so too. I think we're going to see him other places. The guy playing Chimera, as Jason likes to say, yes, he is doing a great job. He's one of the best actors in the show. All right, let's. If decades of Mary-Kate and Ashley movies have taught me anything, May and Osha will team up and leave together to do their own thing. Also, Darth Grill says, "I am your mother." Aggressively relaxing. I think you may have on the May and Osha going off on their own to do their own thing. I think that may actually come to fruition by the end of this, but we'll see. Basil will lead a group of Jedi across the high grounds to find dead Kilnaka, and then be attacked by flying bug things and confronted in a forest on the same planet by Darth Zipperface. Yes, Baymax, he gets the point. It was already leaked, so you don't get bonus, but you get the one. Dale says Soul is the best actor in the show. He is fantastic. I am loving it. More flashbacks, Nerd Mafia. No, not this episode. Next episode, maybe. No, not next episode either. Not happening. Jedi will fell Kelnaka, already dead. Yes, Matt gets the point. He's on the Wall of Fame. Kelnaka backstory. No, we don't get his backstory yet. That'll come later. We see Darth Zipperface make an appearance. Yes, Star Wars Democracy. May demands to know if Chimere knew Osha was alive. Brett. No, that did not happen. Kelnaka is dead. Yes, Mike Yaney. Mystery Sith Lord will get unmasked. Not yet. Probably next episode. See Kelnaka get killed. Fitz. We didn't see him get killed. He's just dead. And I think I said they're going to get there and he's going to be dead. So no, we didn't see him get killed. He was dead. A Jedi uses a lightsaber. Yes. Basil leads Jedi fighting Kanaka. That was me. Peter, Master Kelnaka will take out multiple individuals before going down to a poison arrow. Did not happen, Peter. A fight takes place. Yep, I'll give you that. And then May confronts the Wookiee Jedi. Well, no, she was going to surrender herself to him, but he was dead. He was dead already. Kelnaka dies. Yes. Something more about the flashback episode will be revealed. Not yet, Dale. That's going to be, I think, episode 6, if I were to guess. I don't know. But I'm just guessing. I think episode 5 is going to be the continuation. In fact, they talked about filming this whole thing together, but it was too long to put in one episode, and they broke it into 2. And they talked about why they broke it into. Matt Risman posted lots of breakdown on that. It was really good. But no. Bashful and bumbling Basil finds Kelnaka's beefy body. Kay, this is beautifully written. Fantastic rhyme lyrics here. This is great. Bashfully bumbling Basil finds Kelnaka's beefy body brutally beaten or banefully blasted by a beastie but not beautiful Biff. Because the broad bequeath is boastfully bad, bound to blackness and bewildering it. Can everybody just applause for Kay? You know, Kay, best ever. Best ever. Fitz has to go. He's got a webinar. Okay, blessings, my friend. Thank you again for the super chat. Did you see Sam Witwer listed in the credits? I did not. And then Skylock. Oh, wait. Episode I predict we'll see a new creature, animal, or sentient species being we've never seen in Star Wars. Yes. And I'm going to give you extra points for that. And it had to do with those critters that were on the trees. Right. So there you go. Points for alliteration. You know what? I'm going to give you an extra point for the alliteration. There you go. Wait, you need more than that, right? What did Santa have? 8. I'll give you 3. There you go. 8. Onto the Wall of Fame just for that. Oh, very good, Kay. And then Skylock, his came in today. So it was very late. It says, May calls OSHA Jedi scum. So, yes, she did. But that was already, you already saw it. So, no there. So there you go. All right, you guys, that's the points. That's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to score it. And I'm going to just call it there. All right. We've almost gone our full hour, and I need to take care of some family business. And my wife and I got plans today. Our plans have been kind of thrown sideways. We got some things to take care of. So we're going to get to that. But before we do, we have the Mike Porter dad joke of the day. And Mike Porter says, what weapon does a Jedi who likes beer use? What weapon would a Jedi who likes to drink beer use? Well, an alcohol light saber. And this one to Mike, when he sent it to me this morning, I went, oh, Mike Porter. Oh, that one hurts my head. Thank you for that, Mike. We always appreciate the work you do for this. That's great. Yeah, that one was bad. That one was painful. Yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for that. Thank you, Ben. Have a safe trip. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm pro nouns. Who, what, where, why. Nouns help us know things. Yeah. Star Wars politics. We've also seen a couple of new sentient species. Yeah. He was inspired by the show's writing. Yeah. And Dale says, womp, womp, womp. Right. So you guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for the super chats. Very meaningful. Given all that's going on with our daughter's dog, my cousin, our plans today have been completely thrown awry, but we're going to try to head down to Costco and pick up some stuff and try to make the best of the day that we can. Happy Juneteenth for anyone being able to celebrate that today. And the next live stream won't be until next week. So this Friday, no live stream. I can't live stream tomorrow. So we'll see you next week, probably Tuesday, for our preview and predictions. More spoilers. That'll be Tuesday. And then next Wednesday, of course, we'll do this again. So until then, I hope you all have a blessed week, a wonderful weekend ahead. You guys take care. God bless you all. Thanks for being here. Until next time, my friends, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, and may the force be with you always. Bye-bye.